This week on CCX News, a sign of remarkable growth.
This is a win for Boston Scientific. It's a win for Maple Grove. It's a win for Minnesota.
What a new campus means for Maple Grove's largest employer. Then, a medical milestone.
There's a lot more growth for this, and the safety, quality, the outcomes are significant.
How technology advancements are improving patient outcomes at Maple Grove Hospital. And later, a year so sweet.
I can't believe it's been a year already.
The place in Robbinsdale where ghouls just want to have fun. CCX News starts now.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
Maple Grove's largest employer celebrated an expansion that's been years in the making. Thanks so much for joining us. Boston Scientific opened its newest campus, expanding its medtech presence in Maple Grove.
This is a win for Boston Scientific. It's a win for Maple Grove. It's a win for Minnesota, but it's a win for folks around the world who are going to benefit from this technology that improves lives. And that's kind of the core of what Minnesota does.
Governor Tim Walz was on hand for the grand opening of Boston Scientific's new 400,000 square foot Arbor Lakes building, located in Maple Grove's former gravel mining area. It will house employees working in the company's cardiovascular department. There's office space for more than 1,500 employees. The $170 million campus adds to the significant presence the company already has in Maple Grove.
There are really truly few places in the world where industry can come together as we've developed here in Maple Grove and as we've developed here in Minnesota. It's truly incredible.
The new facility was almost built elsewhere. Maple Grove beat out sites in Massachusetts and Georgia to host the new campus. Online shoppers across the metro have a new option for same-day grocery delivery. That's thanks to a new Amazon facility in Golden Valley that doubles the retail giant's capacity in the Twin Cities.
If you have to get dog food in the morning or diapers in the morning and you can't go to the store because it's closed, that's what Same Day is for. We can have that at your door the next morning. And so now that availability, where maybe before you had to wait for 2-day shipping or you'd have to go out somewhere, we're now doubling that experience to have the fastest delivery in the cities.
The new facility allows Amazon to deliver to an 800 square mile area that runs into the South Metro. During peak holiday seasons, about 50,000 items will pass through the facility. The new Golden Valley location is the 6th in the nation to offer same-day grocery delivery.
I think in terms of significance for Amazon, this is a big footprint in our community to stay. We want to grow and we want to put our most innovative kind of department right here in Golden Valley in the Twin Cities.
Also of interest to job seekers, Amazon is looking to hire about 250 employees at the Golden Valley facility for the holiday season. Brooklyn Park City leaders, meanwhile, broke ground on a new central fire station. The fire department and city officials recently celebrated the start of construction for the nearly $45 million project. The new station is on the site of the former Hennepin County Library. Fire Chief Sean Conway thanked the community for its support. He says the new station will help better address the city's needs.
This is your station, built for your safety and for your future. We're building today is far more than a fire station. It's a promise. It's a promise to be ready when our community needs us most, a promise to protect those who protect others, and a promise to serve with heart and purpose.
Conway says the new station will eventually produce faster response times. He also says the new building will have decontamination rooms for removing hazardous materials from clothing and gear, reducing firefighters' exposure to cancer-causing chemicals. The project should be finished by spring of 2027. An animal impound shelter that served the northwest suburbs since the early 90s is getting a multi-million-dollar expansion. It comes as several cities have stepped away from using the facility. Pets Under Police Security, or PUPS for short, is located in Maple Grove. 7 cities had an agreement to share the facility, which is used to hold stray pets. However, officials say the aging facility needs a revamp and expansion. Early plans would have cost it nearly $8 million. 3 cities, including Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park, bowed out of the agreement, with Brooklyn Park planning to build its own facility. As a result, expansion plans have been scaled back, but are still significant. They're now expected to cost about $3 million.
You'll have not only increased dog capacity, increased cat capacity, it's going to be a modern facility that meets what the standards are for those types of facilities.
The goal is to start construction by next spring and be ready by early 2027. A revolutionary piece of technology at North Memorial Health, Maple Grove Hospital, has reached a significant milestone. That milestone has also helped improve patient outcomes. Local healthcare workers are celebrating 10 years after the Da Vinci robot was first put into service. Surgeons say throughout its time, the technology has helped them accomplish so much more.
There's a big celebration happening at Maple Grove Hospital. It's a birthday party for a robot.
We're a smaller community hospital, but we really do take pride in our success with robotic surgery.
A robot called Da Vinci that's helped medical professionals complete 6,000 surgeries.
I love it because we can really marry hands-on surgery and improving patients' lives with technology.
Dr. Anna McNanley has done around 540 of those surgeries.
So there are a lot of features and technical advantages with the robot that allow us to achieve a result that allows the patient to recover in a quicker way with less pain.
The hospital celebrated by showing off the technology.
Robotic is like working with our hands, but with small instruments the size of the pinky.
Dr. Courtney Kemp showed how the system is used, including the surgeon's seated control console,
Better visualization.
and the Da Vinci robot's precise arms that keep all kinds of surgeries moving and minimally invasive.
The safety, quality, the outcomes are significant from the surgeons that are doing it viewpoint.
She says the Da Vinci doesn't replace people, but rather it enhances their skills and makes recovery quicker.
Each individual patient is what matters to me, you know, them having the best operation, them having the best outcome.
So for the surgeons, it's more than a party. It's a milestone.
The Da Vinci system isn't just in use in Maple Grove. Surgeons have completed more than 14 million procedures using the technology nationwide. Still ahead, our interview with the executive director of Crescent Cove and Brooklyn Center, her important message to share. Plus, a short film generating buzz created by an Armstrong High School grad. We catch up with him next.
For 90 years, Connection has been at the heart of everything they do at Topline Financial Credit Union. Their team is passionate about connecting with you to help you reach your financial dreams. For some, they're here for your first, like your first checking account, first car, or first home. For others, they're here for those next steps, whether it's remodeling your home, saving for retirement, or starting a small business. Become a Topline member and let them be a part of your big moments. Visit toplinecu.com, because connected, we all do better. Federally insured with the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
That's a clip from The Seventh Turn, a short film made by Robbinsdale Armstrong grad Eric Howell. The Academy-eligible film, written and directed by Howell, will be showcased at this year's Twin Cities Film Festival. At Armstrong, Howell developed an interest in the performing arts by observing his school's busy theater department. Since graduating in 1989, he's worked on projects in and out of Minnesota. This film was made in Spain, but still has Minnesota ties.
There's nothing like coming home and being able to share with a community that's been so supportive of everything I've ever done. It's a short film, but it's a powerful film. It's like condensed milk.
The 20-minute film is an exploration of gaslighting and emotional abuse. It's called The Seventh Turn because it often takes victims 7 tries to leave abusive situations permanently. Howell says he hopes it creates a conversation and raises awareness of emotional abuse. We'll share how you can watch The Seventh Turn at ccxmedia.org. When life is short, love is endless. Those are the words from the executive director of Crescent Cove and Brooklyn Center. In today's Newsmakers, Shannon Slatton caught up with Mary Gaish to find out what's being planned at the state's only children's respite and hospice home.
Well, Crescent Cove is a pediatric palliative care home located here in Brooklyn Center and a beautiful refuge for children with medical complexities where we provide respite care and hospice care for children with shortened life expectancies and love and support for the families who love these precious children.
And that's really where you're looking to expand your services, is around some of the care for the whole family.
Yes, and we are already expanding, but just to share a little bit, the respite care is for families who have children often born with rare genetic disorders. They might only be a handful of people in the world who might share a similar condition. So these parents are medical experts. They're providing really complex medical cares at home. Sometimes they're giving meds every hour of the day, 24 hours a day. And they bring their child to Crescent Cove, which is kind of like a fun summer camp, where we have all kinds of integrative therapies, art and music, and they get to go on pontoon boat rides on the lake and rescue strange-looking rescue ducks come to visit us and all kinds of fun stuff. And the parents go home, and then they get to take a nap, maybe do some laundry, maybe hang out with the other kids, go for a hike, and they get to come to Crescent Cove 3 times a year for 5 nights. And there are so many families, there is such demand for that support that we can't begin to meet that need. And we also provide sacred end-of-life care, where we provide all kinds of loving support to a family who knows that their beloved child is in their final days. And we say, when life is short, even when life is short, love is endless. And we surround that family with love and care and support.
And it's one of the only facilities like this in the country.
Only 3 in the country, and the only one in the Midwest, so families come from all over. We've had families as far away as North Carolina, actually. And so as we think about how to care, we have 5 beds. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of families waiting for this kind of care. We've worked on a strategic plan. We're looking towards a second facility. But while we think about how to make that work, we're expanding our care and support to families. We offer a wonderful sibling camp. We have events for families. We had yoga on the lawn last weekend. We have a mom's retreat coming up. And we can't forget about the dads. We had a dad's grill and gather. And so lots of ways to build community for these families who have very unique lived experiences and can lift each other up in challenging times.
All right, and speaking of community, there is an event coming up where folks can come out, the community can come out and see what all you have there.
Yeah, we're so excited to welcome folks. We have an open house. We shut the house down for a few hours on November 18th. And welcome anyone to come. If you can RSVP on our website, RSVP if you end up just dropping by that evening. But it's a chance to see the facility, which is a beautiful, happy, joyful space, and have a few snacks and learn about what we do there. So if you are interested, if you have someone who's a county case manager in your life, if you have someone who's a clinician who's looking for an exciting new kind of work in an innovative care model, then come on over. We'd love to see you there.
Crescent Cove is one of many local nonprofits that's planning for a big donation drive on Give to the Max Day. That's coming up on November 20th. An outdoor project in Plymouth, 2 decades in the making, is finally finished. City leaders cut the ribbon on its Northwest Greenway, signifying the end of its long-term project. They say it's a huge benefit for the community.
It provides great opportunities for residents to be in nature and to feel like you're not in the city and enjoying the beauty that Minnesota has with all the trees and the wetlands and native and wildlife, and just being able to see and view all that in the middle of a city.
The project was paid for by park dedication funds. Rippey says this particular section is made up of 2 boardwalks and a trail. There are 7.7 miles of Northwest Greenway Trail total that goes across wetlands. Up next, the sweet conclusion to something spooky. What's brewing inside this Robbinsdale chocolate shop when we come back. The spirit of Halloween is alive and well in Robbinsdale, where a chocolate shop knows many tricks to making treats. That Robbinsdale chocolate shop is celebrating its 1st year anniversary in ghoulish style. In this edition of Business Matters, we take you inside Cocoa Flake, where chocolatier Denny Rain uses her creative genius to serve up spooky bonbons.
It's so fun to produce.
When your business is based on chocolate, Halloween may not be the most lucrative season, but if you ask Denny Rain,
they're all pretty creepy.
She'll tell you it's definitely the most fun.
It's like a pumpkin and a ghost, and there's a skull, and then there's the eyeball. The eyeball, it's everybody's favorite just because of the look.
Rain is the owner and chocolatier behind Cocoa Flake, a small chocolate shop in Robbinsdale that specializes in bonbons. She sells a wide variety of flavors, all of which she makes right here on site.
It's important also for me to have more of a creativity outlet and test out new flavors, some that might go, others that nobody cares for except for me, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm like, but this tastes really good, please try it.
October marks the 1-year anniversary of Cocoa Flake.
You need to hit the button and it tempers the chocolate.
And for Rain, it's been a year of ups and downs.
I can't believe it's been a year already. I don't know, probably because I'm here every day, so it feels like it's been 60 years that I've been working.
Finding a manageable work-life balance has been one challenge. Same goes for dealing with the lull that occurs in the summer.
Chocolate, it's a little bit more different, especially in the summer, because not a lot of people think to eat chocolate in the summer.
To help fill the void during that summer lull,
I know a lot of you have been wondering, how do I make my chocolate so shiny?
Rain started offering chocolate-making classes to teach how the magic happens.
I am happy to offer some more over the summer, and I'm hoping that more people want to come and learn what chocolate work means.
Part of the class involves explaining why it's hard to sell bonbons at a discount.
And if we're talking about the dark chocolate, which is the one that I use the most, it's a single origin from Africa. The flavor is there, and the people can taste the difference.
The taste of her chocolate and the people who enjoy it are why she's hopeful she'll be celebrating many more anniversaries in Robbinsdale.
The people of Robbinsdale have been fantastic. They've been very supportive.
In Robbinsdale, Delaney Cleveland, CCX News.
Cocoa Flake plans to offer more chocolate making classes early next year. Tickets are $100 a piece. Sports is up next. John Jacobson gets us up to speed on all the local girls and boys state tournament soccer action when we come back.
The Wayzata girls soccer program won the 8th state title in school history last fall. The bid for number 9 started with a challenge in this year's state quarterfinals.
The Trojans opening up state tournament play against Lake Conference opponent St. Michael Albertville. First half, Class 3A's Miss Soccer winner, the Knights' Emma Quant, stopped point blank by the Trojans' Sophia Alvarez. At the other end, STMA keeper Sam Hartnett with a save on Lauren Craig. Hartnett, with several big stops in the second half, keeps this match scoreless, 0-0 through regulation. In the third minute of overtime, Wayzata wins it. Craig on the corner kick. The ball deflects into the STMA net off number 17, Morgan Bryant. The sophomore's second goal of the year sends Wayzata into the semifinals. They beat STMA 1-0. Watch for state tournament updates on our website at ccxmedia.org.
After finishing as state runner-up a year ago, Maple Grove is the number 3 seed for the state boys Class 3A tournament this fall, and they opened against the South Suburban Conference team in the quarterfinals.
Maple Grove meeting Egan in a rematch of last year's state title game. No score in the second half. Crimson forward Emmaus Olsen stopped on a great save by Wildcats goalie Zach Rokas. At the other end, Maple Grove goalie Luke Steen stopped virtually everything that came his way, getting this save off the Wildcats free kick. The Crimson finally get on the board in the 55th minute. Osman Toure sets up Parker Carlson, and his left-footed blast beats the keeper inside the post. Maple Grove leads 1-0. Just over 6 minutes later, Egan ties it. Eddie Cotoro Valencia's high arcing shot just out of the reach of Steen and in. It's 1-1, and that's the score at the end of regulation. In the second 10-minute overtime, the Crimson end it. Everett Johnston on the corner kick, perfectly placed where Olsen can rise up and get the header goal. Maple Grove wins 2-1. The Crimson advance to Tuesday's state semifinals at US Bank Stadium.
The Wayzata boys soccer team is seeded 4th for this year's state Class 3A tournament, and they scored a win in their opener.
Wayzata in blue facing Blaine in the state Class 3A quarterfinal round. No score in the first half, and the Trojans' Preston Williams crosses the ball to George Sefter, who knocks it into the Bengals' net. Wayzata strikes first 12.5 minutes into the match. Later in the half, Sefter catches up with this ball, and a great header by the senior past the charging keeper and in. Wayzata taking control and leads 2-0. That's the score at halftime. Jeremy Cordero is awarded a penalty kick early in the second half, and he drills it in for the Trojans' third goal of the night. Wayzata wins 3-1. They advance to US Bank Stadium and the state semifinals. Look for state tournament updates on ccxmedia.org.
Providence Academy girls soccer won the Class A state tournament last season. The Lions scored a big win in this year's state quarterfinals. Chaz Moots has more.
Class A girls soccer state tournament quarterfinal, Providence Academy, the defending state champions, taking on the winners from Section 2, Albert Lee. First half, Lions with a rare indirect free kick in the box. Becca Greenway's kick ends up coming back to the freshman. She puts it away to get PA on the board. Later in the first half, Providence up 2-0 now. Madden Greenway, the all-time leader in goals scored in MSHSL girls soccer history, tacks on another. PA took a 4-0 lead into the break. Second half, 4 minutes in, a great hit by Beckett Greenway on this corner to her sister Madden on the header. Providence rolled to a big win over Albert Lee. In Farmington, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
The Breck girls tennis team came into the state Class A team tournament as the top seed. The Mustangs were upset by Litchfield 4-3 in the semifinals, putting them into the third place match. Jay Wilcox has highlights.
Under the dome at Inner City Tennis, Breck meeting Foley for third place at the Class A girls tennis tournament. At number 1 singles, Olivia Sauer serves for Foley and Abby Perry rockets a forehand return. Perry breezes to a quick 6-0, 6-0 win. Number 2 singles and Breck's Addie Berman goes to the corner to get to the backhand, then a very well-disguised shot earns the point. She beats Lydia Anderson 6-4, 6-1 as Breck sweeps the singles. A classic doubles point for Breck at number 1 as the freshman duo of Caroline Kuhn and Julia Zucchi take the point on the way to a 6-0, 7-5 win. Foley's team of Abby Campa and Haley Melgren do win at second doubles. The Falcons also win at third, but it's Breck taking the match 5-2 to place third in Class A. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Up next in our CCX Sports Spotlight, it's a new conference home for Maple Grove sports. See how their first fall in the Lake Conference is going. After several years of discussion, Maple Grove's athletic team started their first season in a new conference this fall. Jay Wilcox has more on the switch for the Crimson in this week's CCX Sports Spotlight.
It's widely regarded as the state's toughest conference, and in many sports, there's little question about it. Maple Grove's teams made the move to join the powerful Lake Conference starting this fall after 25 years in the Northwest Suburban.
I think it was really good for us. The level of competition in the Lake Conference is really good from top to bottom, so there's no matches off. So our whole schedule this season has just been battle after battle, and so it's really fun. And then it makes us better every time we go out.
As expected, the tougher competition might mean slightly worse records for Crimson teams, especially at first. But that competition will also push Maple Grove, which helps at playoff time.
I think the Lake Conference has prepared us a little better for this postseason that we've experienced, and it's definitely had us encounter some harder games, which will help us eventually.
But yeah, it was a good experience, a new one. We got to see some new teams, a little different style of play. But yeah, I think it set us up well for postseason. But I thought the other conference did as well. So I mean, there's similarities, differences, but yeah, overall, I mean, we played some very strong teams. Even the bottom of the conference was really strong.
The Crimson girls volleyball team enjoyed the most success in the Lake this fall, winning all 7 league matches to win the conference title. It's been a good fit.
Playing Minnetonka, who is in the Lake Conference, we barely ever got to play. I think it's like new competition, which is like a lot of fun, and like it's also winning the Lake Conference for like one of the first time ever, because it's the first time. But like I think it's just a great opportunity to play different teams, to like really show that it doesn't matter what conference we're in, we're still a really good team.
I think it just kept us very engaged, because we every other week or every week we had a good team we knew coming up. Like Minnetonka, we went for 5. That was a really close game, as well as Wayzata too, and like all the teams we played this year. I think it just keeps us very controlled throughout the season and very locked in.
Girls swimming and diving went 4-3 in Lake dual meets, placing 4th in the conference. Despite being a top 10 team and state runner-up the past 2 seasons, Maple Grove's boys soccer team was 3-2-2 in Lake play and tied for 4th. No wonder. The top 4 seeds for the state Class 3A tournament are Lake squads, including the Crimson at number 3. Girls soccer was 3-4 in Lake Conference play, placing 5th. Boys cross country was 6th at the Lake Conference meet, while the Crimson girls placed 7th. The girls' tennis team had some success, finishing at 4-3 in Lake matches.
Enough to Engel, up the middle, there's a big hole, and there he goes!
Of course, Crimson football isn't really in the Lake Conference realm, with teams in this sport playing in sub-districts instead of conferences. But it's worth noting that the Crimson moved into the Metro West this season with several Lake teams, and defeated Minnetonka, Edina, Eden Prairie, and Wayzata en route to another unbeaten regular season. They're the favorite to repeat as 6A champion. It's just the first chapter for Crimson sports in the Lake Conference, with the winter sports season on deck. For the most part, Maple Grove teams are getting what they expected: top-flight competition. For the CCX Sports Spotlight, I'm Jay Wilcox.
And that does it for this week's show. Remember to visit ccxmedia.org for the very latest in local news and sports. We'll see you next time.
Thank you to our supporting sponsor, Scott's Lawn Care, serving homes and businesses of their neighbors in the Twin Cities West Metro area. Scott's Lawn Care team offers services ranging from weekly maintenance to complete redesign. Also, Scott's Lawn Care offers snow plowing services for the smallest residential lots to large commercial projects as well. Thank you, Scott's Lawn Care, for being a supporting sponsor of CCX Media.